Jason Tatum and the Celtics have been terrific. We have them in our late game tonight. Lots of movement in the East standings since the beginning of the calendar year, especially from Boston. You see on January 1st, they had the same record as the Knicks. They were 9th. Since then, they're the best in the East. They're 24-9. They're now up to 5th, while the Nets have dropped the most in that stretch, going from the top of the Eastern Conference down to number 8. It sure feels like they could use some help from Ben Simmons right now. The question is, are they going to get any? And if so, when? The man who has all the answers is our insider extraordinaire, Adrian Wojnarowski. Woj, the latest on Ben Simmons.
Greeny, Ramona Shelburne and I are told that the Ben Simmons injury is the L4 disc in his lower spine. And that's what's kept him out since the trade from Philadelphia on February 10th. And that's what's going to keep him out, we're told, perhaps until at least the final couple games of the regular season, April 8th, April 10th. That's when the Nets are hoping that they could have Ben Simmons back prior to what essentially will, for them, is going to be the play-in tournament to get into the Eastern Conference playoffs. Now, we were told that originally there was a target date of of Friday against Portland for Ben Simmons when he started ramping up for his return, but he has not been able to consistently be able to go pain-free beyond a day or two. He'll have a setback a day or two. They have to reset that timeline. So they're still hopeful they can, Steve Nash said today that he had an epidural shot yesterday while the team was in Orlando. They're hoping that helps the healing. But right now, the Nets are hopeful that they could have Ben Simmons back just for the final couple games. And remember, this is a player who hasn't played since the Eastern Conference playoffs for the Sixers against Atlanta last June.
The last game was June 20th of last year. And to be clear, those last two games that you're talking about are at home. So in theory, you're talking about a scenario where he and Kyrie Irving are never on the floor together until the playoffs.
Unless that mandate changes for Kyrie Irving between now and then.
That's right.
And there's still some optimism that between the City Hall, the NBA, and the Nets, there's an ongoing conversation there that there will be some adjustment in that prior to the playoffs, but they're not there yet.
All right, we don't know what that will be. All right, well done, Woj. As always, thank you. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.